I still think today is one of those strange days. The Shiba Inu is still being fixed, there's doubt in the air. Experts are dropping their signals, Shiba Inu are going through a complete reset. Coinbase's big moment is almost here. For Shiba Inu, this could be the best thing that has ever happened. People still want to know though. There has been no sound at all for days. What is going on? Furthermore, what am I referring to? Alright, let me explain. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more SHIB news, be sure to click the like button. Yesterday was not the day that people who own Shiba Inu were looking for. It's trying to go higher, but it's having a hard time getting out of this tough spot. The charts don't look good either. They show doubt instead of a strong comeback. Like Shiba Inu is trying to get to the top of a hill but keeps going back down. Not all of it is bad though. There was a small rise after yesterday's bigger drop, which helped make up some lost ground. While it's not a huge improvement, it did lessen the blow a bit. Shiba Inu was able to keep the 48-hour fall below 2%, which, given the situation, is a small win in and of itself. Buyers are still on edge with all of this price change. There's a lot of fear, and some people are even selling their stocks. People are feeling bad because the bears are slowly making their way out into the neighborhood. Analysts have even said that Shiba Inu is in a strange and unsure spot because of the way prices have been moving. When looking at the value chart, he says it's hard to find good things to say. Is that the only good thing? The trend of going down won't last forever. The Shiba Inu will get to the other side faster if it goes through this rough spot faster. Things look shaky right now though, as crypto market prices keep falling. Worrying patterns are appearing on the charts. Even Shiba Inu is like this. It even came very close to making a death cross not long ago, which is a pattern that generally means more downward motion is coming. As this is shown on the daily picture, the effect may last for a while. The value of the Shiba Inu has dropped a lot this week, and the death cross hasn't even formed yet. It's possible that the market is getting ready for another drop before it even occurs. Although there is one good thing, that trend might not be the beginning of a bigger crash when it finally does show up. This could be the start of the conclusion of this decline. Presently, there aren't many options for how this might go. The next major resistance level for Shiba Inu is much lower than where it is now, so the price keeps going down. Or it gets stuck in a narrow band and keeps going back and forth between two value levels until it breaks out. After this, what happens will determine the next step. But hold on, there may be a positive development for Shiba Inu after all. Maybe this price drop will be good after all, even though it looks bad at first. This could be the reset spot we've been looking for, not an indication of more trouble. Shiba Inu has finally hit a level that could be a strong base for a real price turnaround, according to one expert. Given that the death cross happened, the price movement suggests that the bottom may be close by. There's even a trend taking shape that buyers often see as a sign that things could change. However, it is crucial to remember the bigger picture before getting too excited. Shiba Inu is hanging on to an important amount of support, which is a positive sign. For a real rebound to start, though, there needs to be more push to buy. There are still a lot of unknowns in the market right now. Bulls need to push hard for any bounce to be stable. That's why it's important to stay awake. There is still no clear direction for Shiba Inu's next major move until the market as a whole does. You might be thinking, though, what's really going on? What is this drop that Shiba Inu has been going through for days? Now let's step back and look at the broader picture. And it looks like Bitcoin isn't doing too well either. It has dropped to one of its lowest levels in months after taking a huge hit. Shiba Inu and the rest of the digital currency sector generally suffer when Bitcoin does. Now though, things start to get interesting. There's no worry at all for one expert. He's still sure that Bitcoin will reach a price of around $500,000, even though things don't look good right now. He says that there are now very different kinds of purchasers in the market. Individual traders used to do most of the trading, then hedge funds started to participate. Banks and even whole governments are now getting involved. This might mean that big long-term buyers are getting ready to put a lot of money into the stock. The crypto market could be thrown for a loop if that happens. How does this affect Shiba Inu? So if Bitcoin starts to get better and big buyers keep putting money into it, the market could become more confident again. Shiba Inu might finally get going again when that happens. As of right now, though, things are still unclear, so it might be best to wait. And now for the good part. Big news may also be big for Shiba Inu. Coinbase may soon be introduced to one of the largest standard market measures, according to new reports. That could change everything in the crypto world if it happens. In the last 5 months, Coinbase's value has gone through the roof, almost doubling. One expert, though, thinks it has a lot more room to go up. He recently raised his price goal for Coinbase stock because he thinks the price will go up even more soon. Because of this, there's a good chance that Coinbase will be added to a big stock market index this year. Companies must have US offices, be worth more than tens of billions of dollars, and have made steady gains over the past year in order to be eligible. And do you know what? All of those are true about Coinbase. Many more people might start investing in crypto if this happens. The big players who may not have thought about crypto before, the Shiba Inu, might be very happy about this alone. And it could be the motivation it needs to hit new heights. As long as Coinbase is part of a big stock market index, a lot more people who might not have paid much close attention to crypto before, like regular investors, big companies, hedge funds, and even regular stock players, would see it. When new money comes into Coinbase, it's easy for it to move into the assets listed on the site, like Shiba Inu. This is why it's even more important. Many people who own Shiba Inu already use Coinbase. Coinbase is one of the best places to buy and sell Shiba Inu, so if a lot of new buyers come in from the stock market, people may become more interested in joke coins. And now for the good part. There's something special about Shiba Inu joke coins. There is a strong group behind it, real-world uses for it, and a lot of people who are really excited about its future. When new buyers use Coinbase to look into cryptocurrencies, they are likely to come throughout Shiba Inu. It might be a good choice for people who want to try crypto because it has a low starting price, a strong community, and is still being developed. If a lot of new money comes in, the price of Shiba Inu could go to ranges we haven't seen in a while. At first glance, this may only seem like a Coinbase story, but it could have huge effects on Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu could be one of the greatest winners if buyers from the real world start to put money into crypto. This is where things get crazy. Whatever is going on, Shytoshi Kusama is not to be found. There wasn't a single tweet for a whole week. There are no new posts, changes, or partnerships. And with the market being so unstable, you'd think the developers would step in to calm the community and keep everyone up to date. But there was only quiet. There is a lot of talk about this now. Some people are beginning to ask tough questions. Did they give up on us? Did they stop enjoying Shiba Inu? The team should step up right now when prices are low and fear is starting to spread. Their silence, on the other hand, makes everyone even more tense. Wait. What if this silence means that a big thing is about to happen? Just imagine if they were working on something really big behind the scenes. Remember how the UAE deal came as a surprise, and everyone was shocked when they announced the huge partnership. Could it be that they're getting ready for another big surprise? A partnership that changes the world, a game-changing new idea. This might be the quiet before the storm, if that's the case. To a good degree, if there is a big news, the price of Shiba Inu could go through the roof, maybe even reaching a new all-time high. At the moment, it's all just a guess, but that's why we need to be on the lookout. What the developers are doing could be very exciting. Shiba Inu owners always agree on one thing though. The group, as long as the price stays the same, the Shiba Inu group stays together and is stronger than ever. And today they're showing again why they can't be stopped. Shiba Inu burns have gone through the roof, even though the market is down. Based on reports from Shiba Burns, the community has increased the burn rate by a huge amount in the last day, sending millions of coins straight to wallets that can't be spent. A huge number of tokens were destroyed in one of the best single burns alone, and more were destroyed in other deals as well. That's how committed the Shiba Inu society is, right? They are still doing everything they can to lower the supply and push for long-term growth, even when prices are low and people are scared. And in the past, this kind of burn rate spike has often meant that something big is about to happen. Now, the market may be unstable, but the Shiba Inu group is making one point very clear. They have no plans to give up any time soon. What do you think about this though? Write a comment below. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it and subscribe to the channel.